I know that I'm harping on this topic a lot recently, but this is something that I care very much about. And I feel that there needs to be more and more people speaking out against all these rules, laws, and regulations that are being just passed down to us by our elite overlords. People need to come to grips that it's not about left and right, it's top down. And we are the down in that situation. The elites make up a whole bunch of rules, laws, and regulations, and then they just give us the rules, and then we just start fighting about it, not realizing that, wait a minute, you don't like these rules. I don't like these rules. Wait, hold on, we're the majority. Why are we following these rules that those rich people that never had to work a day in their life, that have these high ranking positions and didn't even do well in college, that didn't work hard for anything, that mommy and daddy just grandfathered them into? Why are we following their rules? They don't even know what our lives are like. They think an average income is $1 million a year because they don't have to follow the same rules as us. We have to pay taxes, but yet they don't. They pretend that they do, but they don't. We have to do analysis and research. They do insider trading. Wait, what? Why is it that us common folk are sitting here bickering with one another? Whether you like the rules or not, why are we the ones fighting over some rules that we ourselves didn't create? Why is it the people that are the most separated from our collective good making all the rules that we have to live under? You know? And the thing is, it's just because y'all are so easily controlled. They attack the youth. All they do is put a phone in your hand, and now we have all these college kids that think they know something. First of all, I know this is going to turn to a little mini tangent, but let me go off the rails real quick and just piss off a lot of you young people out there. College kids, I hate to break it to you, but y'all don't know shit. You don't know anything. You only know what you've been taught. You have only been living your life in school. You have been in school since you've been born. Pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, elementary school, middle school, high school, college. And then you want your master's degree, your PhD. Your whole life has been someone telling you what is the right answer instead of you being able to think about it. Have any of you challenged your professors? Have any of you challenged your teachers? When you do, what happens? That teacher doesn't want to engage in discussion with you. And if you do have a teacher or professor that does engage in that dialogue with you, that's a good professor. Yes. But how many of them, when you challenge what they know, well, you know what? Just read the book. I don't have time for this. We have to get moving with the class. And then you show up to their office hours and they still don't have time to discuss it with you. Does that sound right? So this person is the only authority of what's right or wrong. At the end of all this college, when you went into all this debt to go to this thing that's so important called college, what do they give you at the end of it? They don't give you a job. They don't give you a high salary. You still have to go out there and earn it. And then some of y'all look down on people that didn't go through that training. I went through college. I got my bachelor's degree, whatever the fuck that means. It doesn't mean anything because y'all be just as dumb as the people. Y'all are dumber than the people that y'all call dumb. It'd be all these young college, and once again, they're just clips. I get it. There's another half to the story, but I'd be seeing these young college kids. I'm a 17-year-old engineer. You're not an engineer. You have a degree in engineering. You have a degree of understanding of engineering principles, of political science principles. That's all you have. Because when you get out into the real world, there's these things called certifications. You have to go get certified to become a professional engineer, a professional geologist. You're not a geologist. You're not a professional engineer until you go and pass that extra test outside of college. Hate to break it to you, you're not a doctor just because you passed a few classes. You're not. So y'all are running around acting like you know everything when you're just being force-fed a whole bunch of information. Some of y'all are going to ignore me. Some of you are going to call me stupid, and y'all already clicked off of this video. And some of you are hearing my words very clearly. Like, damn, wait a minute. You're right. If I want to go apply for a job that says you must have a PE engineer, a professional engineer's license, you can't get that job unless you have that. So what was all your schooling for? Yes, it was preparation for that test. But then why is it then that so many professional engineers felt underprepared for the first time they took that test? I thought that schooling and that education was so important. So why were you unprepared for the test that secures a job for you in the future, in the real world? Y'all don't realize how cradled you are because the educational system fails you. They don't want critical thinkers. They don't want free thinkers. You're given an A, a B, because you got good, very good at understanding their rules and their regulations, their principles, their theories, not even facts, their theories that we all just choose to accept. That's not how this works. And then some of y'all gonna hear my warning, and some of y'all's gonna take a few years for it to set in. How many of y'all got these big degrees and you're still working working at a regular Target, Walmart and such? And once again, I'm not judging, I'm just saying. I thought college was the end all be all. I thought all this education was so important. What's the Pythagorean theorem? What's He on the periodic table? How many elements are there? What are the noble gases? What's Plato's theories? What's Sigmund Freud talking about? I'm just trying to cover all my bases, but you get what I'm saying. Some of y'all be like, damn, I don't even remember that. Exactly. So you went to school and got this big ass piece of paper that says, oh, I'm smart. And you can't even remember simple things I remember from high school. That didn't even come from college. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between the real world and academia. There's a difference between the real world and the internet. And some of y'all don't realize that you're letting the internet control your thoughts. Some of y'all right now, I say, come up with a unique thought. Come up with something different right now. And you're just going to regurgitate what you heard on the screen. People there's this kid, a lot of this comes off of this kid I met because he's a representation of the exact person, the college kid that I'm talking about. I'd be like, he always comes up to me with these strong opinions about people. Let's just use the big names, Kanye West, Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro. And he's an idiot. Oh my God, I can't stand him. Why? Because he's stupid. He talks too fast to be smart. He talks too fast to be smart, Ben Shapiro. He talks too fast to be smart. Maybe you just can't listen fast enough. Because he's, at least whether you agree or disagree with any of the people I named, they're articulating their point. Well, Kanye gets a little crazy, I will admit. But everybody else I listed, Candace Owens, it's like when they speak, they are articulate with their thoughts. They can provide backup for what they're saying. You, on the other hand, are trying to use to enter a logical debate with emotion. They're stupid. You're wrong. And then y'all get to name calling. There's this little thing that it seems that some of you young people haven't been taught by your parents. But sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. But all you're doing is calling people names. He's a misogynist. He's anti-Semitic. He's fat-phobic. He's transphobic. Where's the fear in anything I'm saying? You're using these labels and you don't even know what they mean. There's so many clips of you young people out there saying, define fatphobic, define fascist. Fascism is very synonymous, and once again, I'm not a political science major, so I'm not qualified to speak on this topic. But it's like fascism is pretty much close to dictatorship. When you speak out against the government, when you speak out against a certain individual, they silence you by using force. But yet, when someone speaks out against your left-wing liberal ideologies, you're telling them to go kill themselves. You use cancel culture to shut them up. Who are the real fascists here? Name callers? Who are the fascists here? People that want people that don't think like them to be silenced and to go kill themselves? Go look at these protests. Go look at all these signs that are promoting hate, but yet you're running around with all these gay pride flags, but you're the ones that are spreading the most hate. I'm just speaking from the other side of the other side of the aisle. Once again, does the other side of the aisle be saying some stupid shit? Yes, but at least they can back up what they're saying. Y'all are just screaming and yelling, and that went on a whole nother tangent. But I just go to say is that the internet has driven us apart. A lot of people, we get into dangerous territory when I say things like this. And once again, I'm king of hot takes, but some people just shouldn't be allowed to speak on the internet. Until you prove that you just at least have a rationalizing mind. Once again, I'm not telling you what to think. Like, some of your ideologies, left, right, up, down, I don't care. Your ideologies tell you what to think. I'm just telling you, number one, not even how to think. I'm telling you how to think, but I'm telling you just to think. Some of y'all see a big headline and you don't even read the article. You know, you just see the headline and that was the truth. That's the original clickbait, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, excuse me. They, them, these, jims, theirs, jim, pam, pam, pim, pim, pims, all them. Yeah, all y'all and everything in between. That's what the original clickbait is. They drag you in based off of your emotion, but half of y'all are too lazy to read an article. But you think that you're qualified enough to speak with these bigwigs out here. You think that you're intellectual enough, you're smart enough to go against these people that spend their entire lives doing research on things. Just because someone is well researched doesn't mean that they're right all the time. All I'm saying is, guys, let's put the left and the right shit to bed just temporarily. If y'all want to beef about it afterwards, that's fine. But once again, just turn your attention to these bureaucrats, these people that were handed their power, the people that didn't have to even earn their power. Let's turn our attention towards them and realize, wait a minute, you have no right to be governing me. To the next one.